My name is Raymond Hoey. I'm a first year sports science and health student, and this year I received a DCU sports scholarship for cricket. In the same year I received the scholarship, I actually tore the anterior cruciate ligament in my knee. At the time I was in the middle of preparations for the World Cup qualifiers with the Irish senior cricket team, but after going for an MRI I was told I would need to have surgery and that I was going to be out for about 6 to 9 months. To be back in the gym this week, and the main focus at the moment is just trying to work back the strength that I lost in the leg after the surgery. Usually I'd be in the gym with the girls, but the senior squad actually left last week to play in the World Cup qualifiers in Sri Lanka. Obviously I'd much prefer to be playing a part in helping the team in these important matches and having these kind of experiences with your teammates, but I think it's important for me just to stay focused right now on what I have to get done. I'd be in the gym about five days a week, so either doing my rehab or going for a swim, so it's great to have that facility here as part of the scholarship. I think it's inevitable that you're going to face a lot of setbacks when you're playing sport, but you just have to try and keep making progress, stick to a plan and keep moving forward. People often ask, how would you motivate yourself to get up early and go to the gym before college, or we'd be training every day during summer, but for me I don't really see those things as a sacrifice. I think I'm quite lucky that I actually get to devote a lot of time to training and working on your fitness and that sort of stuff. When you're injured, it definitely challenges your motivation because you're just in the gym, you're almost back to basics with the leg, and then you don't actually get to go out and train with your teammates on the pitch. So that side of it is a challenge, definitely. At DCU I'm pretty lucky because I'm surrounded by other athletes every day who are facing all types of adversity, so you can draw motivation from that as well. The goal for me is obviously to return to playing competitively, and hopefully I might get the chance to represent Ireland again, so for me that's my biggest motivation. The squad are actually back from Sri Lanka this week, so it's been really nice to catch up with them and see how they got on and everything else. I still have to make sure I'm keeping up to date with nutritionist and my physio and my surgeon, just to make sure that I'm keeping on top of everything and reporting back to my coach as well. And then I'm still working really closely with our S&C coach to make sure I'm staying on top of my fitness so that I won't be too far behind when I go back to training. It's actually been really nice the last few weeks getting to work with some of the DCU sports scholarship athletes. We've had some S&C sessions on Tuesday mornings, so to be in a different kind of environment and working with different people has been a really nice distraction. So I started running again for the first time on Monday, which was a gap of about 17 weeks from the last time I ran, so that was a pretty good feeling. At the moment I'm just doing a bit of running re-education, so trying to tweak a few things in my technique so that there's kind of less pressure on your knees as I get back into running. You're kind of forced to adapt constantly with the injury. So first of all, with the limitations, you really have to adapt your lifestyle and everything else, and then each week as you kind of progress and develop and start doing new exercises, you have to adapt again. So one week you might have just mastered hopping in a straight line, and then the next week you're trying to hop over a hurdle and it feels like you're back to the start. But to actually get on the treadmill and get out on the pitch and start doing a bit of running feels like I'm starting to make progress, which is a nice feeling. So I have my 3-month review on Monday, so I'll be doing a bit of functional testing in the sports surgery clinic and then having a review with the surgeon. So hopefully from there I'll have a better idea of a framework for actually getting back on the pitch and getting back to training. I think now that's getting closer to possibly getting back out and playing, there is that little bit of fear of re-injury, and that's a big thing people always talk about with ACLs. So when you get back on the pitch, could you possibly do it again, or do it in the other knee, or get a different injury like that? But I think I'm pretty confident that I've put the work in, and I think you just have to have to be confident that you've put in the hard work and it's going to pay off. So the National League, our Super 3s League, was selected this week, so I'm playing for the Scorchers again, hopefully when I get back to playing later this season. So that's really exciting to be part of again. It's in its third year and it's growing all the time. So I'm really excited about getting back into that. I think when you have an injury, it makes you really grateful for actually what you were able to do before, and I think it's the passion for getting back on the pitch and the passion for your sport and the training that motivates you to go through it and makes you excited to get back out there.